okay. Most of the time, when I see people really trying to exposit prophecy, and this is what's going to happen, they come up with all these elaborate charts, and charts aren't bad, but all these elaborate things of what's going to happen, it's because what they're trying to do is create in themselves some kind of certainty that I'm okay, and I know exactly what's going to happen, because we have the greatest fear when we don't know what's going to happen. Be afraid of these people. Be very afraid. If they are living out of an attitude of fear, if you start to feel fear well up in you when somebody's talking about prophecy, then there is something not of God happening. Okay? There is something not of God happening. And so, I really feel passionate about this. I really feel passionate about this because I have seen too many people inadvertently, I think that their hearts are good, but they have pursued prophecy instead of Jesus, and it has resulted in the destruction of their spiritual life and the lives of other people around you. If you don't know Jesus, who cares about prophecy? Amen. Unless it leads you to Jesus, who cares? Okay, I'm going off topic here, but we're going to go here because some of you are probably a little upset here right now. Some of you come from a tradition that values prophecy. Revelation chapter 1. Oops. I'm so excited. Revelation chapter 1. There's two books of big time prophecy, Daniel, Revelation. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. This is a revelation from Jesus Christ which God gave him to show his servants the events that must soon take place. He sent an angel to present this revelation to his servant John, who faithfully reported everything he saw. Okay, cool. Okay, but read that for just a second. This is a revelation from Jesus Christ, which God gave him. So who gave the revelation? God to Jesus, to show. Can you put this up on the screen? Thank you. Sorry, she doesn't have anything. She did not. This didn't happen first. She has no idea that was coming. So, which God gave to him. Who's him? Jesus. To show his servants. Who's his servants? We are Christians. Okay. Followers of Jesus. Now you have to understand that word servant is actually bond servant. It's someone who says, I will be your slave for life. Okay. This is a very high level of commitment. His servants, the events that soon must take place. So what is the book of Revelation for? Who's it for? Say it louder. Christians. It's for Christians. How many times have you seen someone up trying to use Revelation to bring people to Jesus? I'm just reading the Word. You can argue with Jesus on it if you don't like what I'm saying. Okay? Well, leave that alone. My point is this. When you start using the prophecy, when you start using the study of prophecy to make you feel better about yourself, that I know what's going to happen, and these guys that preach this, not all evangelists that use prophecy are bad, I'm not putting all that, but you can tell the difference. When you start seeing people that start extrapolating, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, they're the ones that are illuminated. They're the ones that are telling you what's going to happen, which means they're in a superior place spiritually than you are. They know what's going to happen, so they're confident that I'm okay, because then this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and your eyes have turned from Jesus, from looking full in his wonderful face, and you're looking at something else, trying to make yourself feel secure. And that's what's going on with Nebuchadnezzar right here in verse 12. He's furious because he's looking for somewhere to stand, and he's completely feeling out of sorts because I think the gods are after me, and I don't know where I'm standing, and these people that are supposed to tell me what's going to happen aren't, and everything that he stood on has fallen away from underneath him. Have you ever felt like everything's been ripped out from underneath you? And what's powerful to me is God has demonstrated in this story, in these verses, that nobody gets it. He has representatives from all the way around the world, and none of them can understand or explain this to the king. The stuff you're going through in your life, the problems that you face, there is no answer that anyone can give you. Oprah can't tell you how to do it. Dr. Phil doesn't have the answer. Your best friend who always has wisdom, she doesn't have a clue. Nobody knows but God. Amen. And we'll get to that. I'll get ahead of myself. Verse 13, because of the king's decree, men were sent to find and kill Daniel. Why wasn't Daniel there? This happened after he graduated. Daniel was the junior dude. Jeremy wasn't going to talk to Daniel on the big stuff. Daniel was still proving himself. So Jeremy was like, forget Daniel. So Daniel's over at this table, hanging out. He's Christian here. Hanging out here, just drawing on paper, because he didn't get called. Suddenly, shows up to get Christian. Says, you're about ready to get torn limb from limb. Good morning. 14, when Arioch, the commander, that's monstrous, of the king's guard came to kill them, Daniel handled the situation with wisdom and discretion. He asked Arioch, why has the king issued such a harsh decree? Notice how he says wisdom and discretion. You and me. What? Has the king lost his mind? Wisdom and discretion. Why has the king issued this decree? So Arioch told him all that had happened. Daniel went at once to see the king and requested more time to tell the king what the dream